So everybody that watches my channel knows that I am a huge John Mayer fan, and I'm not afraid to show it. I basically found out about this guy somewhere around 2009 and 2010, and that is actually the exact same time that I got into guitar. But I shouldn't jump that fast, I should start from the beginning. The first time I got into wanting to learn the guitar was when I was about 12 years old. I wanted to pick up girls, and since I can't carry my piano everywhere, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna learn guitar. Around 2009, 2010, as I said, I discovered this artist through watching the show called House MD. So I remember the episode and I looked it up, and it ended up being the episode called Cain and Abel. I don't recall the episode fully, but it was somewhere towards the end of the episode where House was talking to one of his coworkers, and he said something along the lines of that his leg was troubling him. And at that moment, there's this guitar lick that came in that I was not expecting. Hit me like a ton of bricks. I had to know immediately who the artist is. I just looked it up. I just went House MD Gravity, and sure enough, John Mayer's song pops up. And that was my first ever introduction to John Mayer. I said, wow, this is such a cool song. I want to listen to this and see what this artist has more to offer. Well, funny enough, I downloaded the wrong album. I downloaded Heavier Things by John Mayer, and I was just so annoyed at the fact that I couldn't find Gravity there, but I said, hey, you know what? Whatever, let's just check out this artist regardless. I listened to this album and it is just something amazing. I've never heard guitar playing being like that. It was something that you've heard it somewhere, but it was completely new. It was a totally different feeling. And I recall the first notes I heard were from the song Clarity. Later on, I heard this other cool song of the same album called Something's Missing. And from that point on, I became a John Mayer fan. I loved his guitar playing, and I loved it so much to the point where I saved up enough money from all my gigs to buy myself a guitar so I can learn guitar playing and play like this person. This guy had such a huge impact on my music. It was just ridiculous of how talented he was. But why am I telling you all of this? It's because today I wanted to talk about a guitar that I've had for a year now. Last year, I managed to get my dream guitar, which I will put a link up here if you want to go check out that video, and talked about my first impressions of the John Mayer Silver Sky. This guy. I've had this for a year now, and I can say without a shadow of a doubt that this guitar has reshaped my guitar playing. It has shaped me as a musician, and I haven't stopped playing this instrument. I genuinely have a hard time putting it down. Every time I play guitar, this is the first thing that I go to. I have other guitars here, and I've had other guitars before this one, and I can tell you for a fact that I've sold all of them just so I can have this guy. I just love this freaking thing. One of my friends that came to visit me recently, while we were walking in the city, he mentioned something that kind of stuck with me. He said,
listen, I've been to other cities, and somehow other cities tend to take your energy, but this one seems to give you.
And that's how I feel about this instrument. After a year, I wanted to talk about my thoughts, see what I said in the past, and see if it holds up today, and just give a general overall, is it worth it, and what I recommend this guitar to anybody and everybody. The design has grown on me significantly. I cannot stop looking at this thing every time I sit to work. Every time I sit and edit videos here, I just have it right by me. And at times I just glance over and look at that and I'm like, damn, she's beautiful. But this guy is due for an adjustment and a cleaning as well. So I can't say that I've been taking care of it 100%. But with that being said, even though I haven't been taking care of this guy, it is just amazing to me that it's in shape. It's just surprising to me that this thing sounds the way it does sound without even like taking care of it. It's just weird. This has been on every single song in the year 2022. If you ever want to listen to any of my songs, feel free to like look in the description down below. It does really look like a Fender guitar, but in all honesty, those tiny little features that make it stand out, like the headstock, the cutaway here, the birds on the neck as well, it just makes it stand out to the point where you just want to pick it up every single time. Now let's talk about tone. I adore this tone. The way that the guitar just works is how the heck did they make this? I don't know what kind of black magic voodoo they did. The guitar is like a freaking chameleon. I've said it before and it still holds true. It does struggle with some heavy distortion from time to time, but single coils are not that great sounding in my opinion with like heavy distortion on it. An overdrive is always just chef's kiss when it comes to that. For the most part, this guitar just fits perfectly anywhere and everywhere. My favorite thing that I've noticed about the guitar is that it does have a tendency to sound very Prince-ish. Like it has that moment where you just want to turn up the volume just enough and then just like it just sounds so good and right in the pocket every single time. And since I started getting really into making everything sound unique and making it sound like it's my voice, this guitar has literally turned my entire thinking of guitar playing upside down. So with all of that being said, a year later, John Mayer Silver Sky. Would I recommend it to anybody and everybody? I would definitely recommend it to the guitar aficionados and the people who enjoy having fun with an instrument. But I would not recommend this to everybody yet. I would recommend the smaller SE version, and I'm so glad they came out with that one. In my opinion, it is literally this guitar, but the price is way lower. I love the way that this thing sounds. I love the way it feels. It is definitely worth it, but I would not recommend it to everybody. Still, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe. Love you.